Welcome to the Mac and Jack Attack,
And it's Mac.
and I'm Jackie, and this we're just doing a podcast for fun. There's not really any structure for this one in particular, just because, this is our first podcast together.
Yeah, we're very new.
We're very nervous, and we just want to talk
I'm
about.
shaking right now.
I am too. But yeah, we just want to talk about the PS5.
Yep.
Because that was just revealed, a lot of new games. Talk about next gen, compare that with the Xbox Series X. So yeah, we'll start off with talking about the design. What do you think about the design of it?
To be honest with you, it's actually, I like it. It's pretty good. Yeah.
Really? Okay.
I think it's pretty good. I think it's okay. To be honest with you, ever since the release, I've been getting nothing but memes, right? Especially from my girlfriend.
Yeah.
And I think you're aware with this as well, is that the best meme I've seen out of that whole case is that the Yu-Gi-Oh meme.
Yeah, for
with the
sure.
trench coat.
Yeah.
Ever since I see that, it's basically, just put like a Play-Doh head, right, on top of the PS4, and it just looks like a regular dude.
It could
He
be
looks like
anything.
Neo,
Yeah.
basically, with the white trench coat. But overall, I think it's slick. It actually, it's a console. It's a console. The whole point of a console is to be, at least it's somewhat portable, where you could put it in your living room, stuff like that. I mean, it's not like a PC, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So I think it looks like a sleek design. I think it's pretty good. I honestly think it's better than the Xbox X series. Right?
I think it's better than the Series X too.
Yeah.
But did you see any like size comparisons on it?
Not entirely, actually.
Okay, because it looks like it's gonna be huge.
Which one?
The PS5.
PS5.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it looks like it's gonna be pretty big.
Can you give me a good example? Like, what's one thing to compare it to? Any object? Just for.
I think it's gonna be taller than the OG
Well,
PS3.
it's standing vertically, right? Not horizontal, or it could be either. Or.
I think it could be either or. Still.
That's cool.
Yeah, because it looks like it comes with like a black stand for it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure though.
Right.
But yeah, I think it's gonna be like the same size as like the original PS3, if you remember that.
Yeah.
The like.
Oh, those are bulky.
Yeah, the fat one.
Okay.
I think it's gonna be like that.
With that concept in mind, it's gonna be pretty bulky. But like, did you? Okay, I'm not. Just for like a quick just context, right? We're not entirely sure in terms of like the dimensions.
Yeah, we don't know the
specifically,
dimensions for sure.
But based on what I've seen, like just comparison's sake, right? I mean, at least the PS5 shows innovation. It looks unique to me.
Yep.
Compared
that's
to
for
the
sure.
Xbox, it looks like a humidifier.
Yeah.
It looks like a refrigerator, but a tiny one. So, yes, it could be big, but it looks cool. It just looks cool to me. It looks unique.
Okay,
I don't know.
how do you feel about people calling it a Wi-Fi router?
You know what? They got every right to. It does look like one. It does look like a Wi-Fi router.
Yeah.
A huge one is that, to be honest. If it's that huge, that's a big-ass Wi-Fi router. But you know what? I still think it looks cool. I like the design of almost all the aspects of it, especially the controllers. I think they look cool. Yeah. What about you? What do you think of it?
I'm not a big fan of it, just because like a lot of the other PlayStation consoles are like really sleek looking. They're like.
Well, you said it yourself with the PS3, so would you put that in the same category?
Well, not that PS3.
Okay, so you're just comparing it for the PS4 and then...
Yeah, I'm mostly comparing it to the PS4 just because that is the previous generation. And
Gotcha.
that's like, I think that the 8th generation of games, like all of those look pretty sleek.
Yeah,
like even the Xbox, But I do understand that they want to make it look different.
Yeah.
Because like if it looks the same, people are just gonna confuse it.
You know what? That's, in my opinion, that right there is a key word right there. It looks different. Like we could both agree it looks. I think that's what catches my eye.
Yeah.
It looks different compared to the, the humidifier.
Yeah.
The Xbox. And again, context. I'm not saying I hate. It sounds like I hate Xbox, but I really don't. I just don't like the design.
yeah.
But go ahead. Sorry.
I don't really have too much to say. I'm just kind of like worried because it looks like those white panels. I don't know if they're panels or not. Like it looks like those could break off really easily.
Yeah.
So I'm just worried about that. But other than that, I guess I'm okay with it. It's definitely different. I'm glad that there's two versions, I guess, with the digital and the disc version. Because I think if I were to get anyone, it would probably be the digital
I have a question for that actually. I don't know if
Yeah.
you researched this because I didn't. I didn't know they were coming up with two versions.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know that. They're so when they're coming up with the the digital and the disc version, right?
Yeah.
If you really think about it, right, that just begs the question, like, in today's standards, do we even need the disc anymore?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like nowadays, okay, I'm a PC gamer. I love playing PC games. I rarely use disc.
Yeah, and I am a new PC gamer, so I rarely use disc now too.
Exactly. So for the new upcoming with the two versions that's coming out, will there be like a different price range? I know it hasn't been revealed yet, but I think this is
We can get into this later because
good later. Okay,
this
cool.
is one of my bets that I have with you.
Okay, cool, totally.
Just for context, I wrote a list of bets for Mac later. We'll probably throw it in at the end of the show.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's gonna be one of the things I'm gonna ask you about.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. But let's talk about the controller. What do you think about the controller?
You know what? We were just looking that up, right?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Again, it looks unique, right?
Yeah.
It looks cool. I like the color design. Well, to be fair, I'm a bit biased. My favorite color is white.
Yeah, me too.
And the fact that it's mixed with blue, okay, that's pretty cool. But in terms of the design, it looks like your PS4 controller.
Mm-hmm.
It does look a bit beefier though.
It does look.
It looks a bit beefier. I do want to feel. Correct me if I'm wrong. Is it adaptive or haptic feedback?
Haptic feedback for the rumble. I think it's adaptive triggers.
Okay.
Or whatever. Yeah.
We probably get that mixed up wrong or whichever. But to be honest, the rumble part, that's cool. But in terms of the trigger, that feedback though, that's interesting. Because when what we read, right, apparently it's supposed to stimulate, like, for example, you're drawing off a bow. There's gonna be some sort of resistance to that. That's cool. And honestly, I don't think that's ever been done before, in a sense.
Not to my knowledge, but like the comparison I kind of made earlier with you was like, you've played Time Crisis, right?
Yes.
Like the arcade game. Yeah. If the triggers feel anything like that, that's like a game changer.
It is. And
like,
to be honest, I'm excited. Overall, I'm excited to see the PS5 controller design.
Okay.
I just hope it's PC compatible.
This was kind of gonna be a bet question, but I'm just gonna I'm not gonna add it to that.
Yep.
So PSVR is a thing. The Move controller still exists on the PS4.
Really, I didn't pay any attention to it.
Yeah, those are the VR controllers for the PSVR.
Really?
Yeah. Do you think that they're gonna make new controllers for VR?
You know what? They have to. I mean, okay. Ooh, this is just my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so in order for VR, especially for the PlayStation, to be viable,
Yeah.
it has to be popular, right?
Yeah,
It's
for
always
sure.
been about money.
Well, for the PS4 for VR, that was more about accessibility, and because it was $300 for the VR headset itself, whereas like the Vive and the Valve Index were like $1,000.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
big time.
So, I'm pretty sure they're still gonna have to go with whatever's most accessible. What's a good price range for VR? But yeah, they're definitely gonna have to make a new headset. But how do you think the controllers are gonna be? Like with the influences that we're seeing from the new PS5 controller.
To be honest with you, I want it to be like I correct me if I'm wrong. I know Steam, right? Steam has a VR. I forgot what it's called.
Yeah, that's the Valve Index.
Their controllers are very unique.
Yeah.
Right? It's pressure censored. And there's a new game called Half-Life Alyx, by
Yep.
the way. I think it's a great game. I never played it, but I think it's a great game. But all of our fingers could move compared to other VR controllers. It's like, it's only 2 fingers, right? So what I'm hoping with like you said, if they're going to innovate, right, any further, it would be nice if they integrate that into the PlayStation VR Move, and if they could make it also cheaper, because how much are VR nowadays? Like you said, it's like $1,000.
Yeah, for like a good headset.
If that's the case, I think, in my opinion, $300 is good enough for what it is. Especially if they add that. I want them to do that, though. Do I believe they're gonna do that? Actually, Yeah, at one point.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
doable.
yeah, it's something that it's possible to do. They have to have it in the back of their heads. But
Mhm.
right now, I think that's a long distant future at this
Yeah.
point. Yeah, not distant, but it's like,
Yeah.
far ahead at that time.
All right. So, with the design of the console out of the way, what games from the showcase stood out to you?
Oh, okay. So what stood out to me the most? Okay. All right. What stood out the most for me, honestly?
If you want to get into it, we could get
dude,
right into it.
you don't even know,
Yeah.
dude. I'm ready. Okay, so the games that stood out with me, honestly, is Resident Evil Village. I'm a bit biased too, because I've been a fan. My dad introduced me to Resident Evil 2 on
Damn.
the PlayStation 1. So I've been playing Resident Evil since. Yes, there are some questionable decisions that Capcom did, but I still love Resident Evil, and Resident Evil Village, that threw me off. I didn't even think that was a Resident Evil game.
Yeah, it did not look like a Resident
That
Evil game
threw
at all.
me off. I was like,
Yeah.
at first I thought it was like a werewolf game, to be honest.
It looks like Bloodborne.
Yeah, it looks like Bloodborne, and I was just like, wait a minute. And then that the end clip of that trailer with Chris.
Okay. At what point in the trailer did you realize it was Resident Evil?
I forgot the Roman numeral when it showed.
Oh, the 8.
Yeah, that to me was like, wait a minute, no way.
Yeah.
And then that's when he's like, when Ethan was like, Chris,
Yeah.
that's Chris, dude, what?
Yeah.
So honestly, I cannot wait till that comes out. I think out of all games that have been introduced so far, Resident Evil has been my number one. Like, I just can't wait till this game comes out.
Yeah.
But what about you?
Well, when I found like the thing that made me realize it was Resident Evil was it was just like a short glimpse, but then they showed the Umbrella logo.
Oh, you know what? Okay, but was it the first time when you watched it? Because I had to see it like twice for me to realize it. Like, okay, first time I realized it was a Resident Evil game, but when you said the Umbrella logo,
Yeah.
I think it was the third time I saw it.
Yeah.
Watch, so.
Because the only reason why I figured out it was going to be Resident Evil was because there has been a lot of speculation of a Resident Evil 8. So then, just like...
You know what? Yeah.
Yeah.
That actually brings me up. Whatever happened to Resident Evil? They were gonna do remakes. Well, that's the rumors I heard.
Yeah, rumors of 4 and Code Veronica.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think this threw me off big time.
Yeah.
I didn't expect this. I mean, to be fair, I think you're more into correct me if I'm wrong. You're more into the Resident Evil news, yes? Like you.
A little. I'm
bit?
following the news a little more just because Capcom.
Right.
Like, Capcom has been on the rise, so... Yeah.
Good. It's about time. But like, have you been like, in terms of like, which one have you heard first? Which rumor? In terms of like, have you heard that Code Veronica or Resident Evil 4 was gonna come out, the remakes, or 8?
I'm pretty sure I heard 8 first, just because, I mean, they just released 3 remake. So, like, yeah, their talks about more remakes was more loud, but I'm pretty sure I heard 8 first. Yeah.
Okay. Got you.
Okay. But what do you think about Chris being redesigned for like the 50th time?
He looks older.
He looks older.
He
yeah,
looks
for
more
sure.
gritty. He looks like he doesn't give a fuck anymore.
Yeah, like, dude, he looks like he's just like mad at the world. He's just ready to
It's
get shit done.
It's
Yeah.
honestly, it's one of those things where like that ending shocked me because, the question that I had, which you're the one that stated out that just blew me away, because because everyone could go to the Resident Evil website, right, and it kind of reveals a little bit of the story, just like you said.
Yeah.
And it's in the summary, it's shown that, or it's been said that, like, Chris apparently goes to Ethan, which you are the character of that's the same character from Resident Evil 7.
Yeah.
And disrupts your life, and you're married to Mia, right? And the
Yeah.
ending of that trailer, he shot a woman, and I'm just like, who is that?
Like, that has to be Mia. I would be surprised if it wasn't Mia.
Like,
Yeah.
why though? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
that just threw me off. Like, To be honest, it's understandable. And by the way, he literally just told me this today. It kind of makes sense now, though, because like think about it. Chris Redfield, like any of the OG characters, right?
Yeah.
They've been through shit. They've been through everything, right?
Yeah.
So to know if this did happen, there has to be some reason, you know? It has to be some. But I don't know, man. I think that was crazy. Like when I saw that, I was like, dude, this dude, Chris, what happened to you, bro?
Yeah, because like he seemed really normal at the end of 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like your typical soldier type.
Yeah, like not even Chris-like in a way. He just seemed like a typical soldier man,
And then in this one, he just looks like he straight up looks like an assassin.
Yeah.
Like he's wearing all black.
got the
And
gloves.
he got the gloves. He got a silencer on his pistol.
Yeah.
He double taps that girl.
That was more than a double tap, man.
So I'm just like, Chris, what? And the expression of Ethan when he was like, why? And I'm just like, whoa, wait a minute. That's crazy. I don't know.
I'm curious to see how they're gonna bring Ethan back in, because I feel like he was kind of a blank slate character.
Yeah, I mean, okay. What was the biggest complaint Resident Evil fans had before Resident Evil 7? Biggest complaint.
Biggest complaint?
Yes.
I don't know. They just weren't releasing any good games, to be honest. Their games weren't scary anymore. That's the biggest complaint.
Actually, right there. Yeah. The biggest complaint for Resident Evil is that the horror factor is gone, right? And this is where I'm gonna play both sides of the spectrum here, especially for Capcom. How do you make a scary game for characters that's been through it all? You know what I mean?
Not have them suplex zombies.
And that if that's the point, then you have to like literally just totally reboot the whole thing, because they did the training, they know what's going on. But with Ethan now, it's still in the same universe, which is great.
Mm-hmm.
Ethan now, he's a new dude.
Yeah.
We don't know what he looks like. Well, you do get a glimpse.
Yeah,
you get a glimpse of what he looks like. But like, yeah, he's a blank statement. And you're put in a situation in Resident Evil 7 where you're alone with this crazy ass family. Bro, that to me is freaky. And that I'm like, bro, Resident Evil is back. This is it. Right. And it feels like with this one, they're gonna do it in such a huge, like, it feels like, I don't know about you, but when you saw the trailer, does it look open world to you?
More so.
Not open world, but like open.
You can explore more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks huge.
Because 7 it was really tight corridors.
Yeah.
And like very linear compared to like the game I'm thinking of. Everyone probably does too, is RE4.
Yeah.
Because like.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Especially like with Village being in a village. It's like there's a lot of similarities to that.
Right.
But yeah, it looks a lot more open. The biggest complaint about 7 was probably the creature designs.
Yeah, it was repetitive.
Yeah.
We're talking about like technically the zombies. I'm not entirely blob monsters. There's really no varieties. There's only 3. There's the big one, the one that shoots vomit and explodes or some shit like that. There's one that I think crawls.
I don't really remember.
Remember the part where where you play as Mia?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that ship where they were crawling everywhere. That was one of them. And the other one was just like the simple...
The normal.
Yeah, the normal ones.
Monster.
The only thing that I like to consider is that, yes, they sucked in terms of like enemies. But what they excelled is, in my opinions, are the bosses.
The boss designs were still amazing.
They were amazing. The one that creeped me out the most was the spider lady.
Yeah.
That freaked me out.
Yeah.
I hated that.
Do you think that the werewolf monsters in this game are going to be like normal monsters?
Dude, if it is, bruh, that... Okay. If it is, that just raises the fear level.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because like, dude, when I saw the trailer, it looked like a werewolf to me, right?
Mm-hmm.
It looked furry, right?
Yeah.
Decayed werewolf man. And you see the old man, and I'm assuming that guy when you meet that old man is Ethan. You just see these things just jumping left and right, going through walls. And I'm like, yo, if these are just regular, like, enemy NPCs, bruh, we're in for a treat. Like, think about that for a second.
Yeah.
That's scary, dude. That's scary.
Because, like, the thing I'm thinking about most about this game is, like, how different it's gonna be.
Yeah.
And like it looks like there's gonna be a lot more characters.
Mm-hmm.
Cause like there's those 3 ladies or whatever.
Yeah, 3 ladies. That one creepy old lady as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be big.
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest with you, I mean, I think that's one of the main reasons why they wanted to do Village. Granted, here's a question for you. Actually, this is gonna lead to my next point.
Yeah.
You consider small corridors scary, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so with Resident Evil 7, do you think that impacted the scare level?
I think it did, especially with
Did I say 3? My bad. 7. Resident Evil 7.
Yeah, 7. Yeah. Was the dad's name Jack Baker?
I think so. I'm not really sure about. I forgot the name. It's been a while.
Yeah, Papa Baker. Anyways,
Mm-hmm.
with him just like pursuing you in a way, he just like crashes out through a wall without you expecting it, and you have nowhere else to go. Like that with the corridors really like made it a lot more freakier.
Yeah.
I don't think they really captured that in RE2 with Mr. X, but yeah, I think that really did help with
Okay.
RE7.
So with this one, knowing that it's a village, right? We're assuming this is going to be a big open level design.
Yeah.
Do you think it's going to be scarier the fact that it's open level? Knowing that, let's just remember how you told me that the worlds might be enemies.
Yeah.
Think about that for a second. Like knowing all of that. This is just all assumptions, by the way. So
Yeah. I think it's still gonna be scary. It's just gonna be a different type of scary.
Yeah.
Because like, again, going back to RE4,
Mhm.
like that first village fight, that was freaky. If they're gonna be able to recapture that,
dude.
that's gonna be like a bomb. And like another thing about this trailer is like they have a lot of stone doors that kind of remind me of 4 again, with when you go into the castle.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think there's gonna be a castle? I mean, they kind of show like brick buildings.
It gives you that medieval vibe. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I get that. I get that for sure. It's just like you. What's that game it reminded you of when you saw the Resident Evil 7? No, 8.
Bloodborne?
Yeah.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
Bloodborne. It reminded you much of Bloodborne, and honestly, I could agree. Like with all the castle bricky stones, and it's like, okay, this is a different level now, especially with those monsters. Okay, we'll see. But other than that, I'm super hyped. And in terms of Chris's design,
Yeah.
I like it. I mean, they gotta be old, bro.
Yeah,
They gotta be
Chris
old.
is like 40s, 50s now.
Yeah.
It has to be.
So him looking like this makes sense. I mean,
Yeah.
what do you think of it so far? What do you think about the design?
I love the look of new Chris,
Mhm.
just because it's like it's reminiscent of RE5, where he's like kind of
Yeah,
big.
actually.
Yeah, and with the shorter hair, where like RE7 he looks totally just weird.
Yeah.
So I do dig it.
Mhm.
I'm just wondering, do you think other Resident Evil characters are gonna pop up? Is Leon gonna come back and show Ethan how to kill a village?
John Wick style.
Hell yeah, dude.
You know what?
Do you want the old characters to come back?
I actually don't.
Yeah.
The reason why is because it's just like you said, Ethan is like fleshed out. He's new. He's new to the game.
Yeah.
I like the fact that he's so okay. He obviously has experience already, right?
Yeah.
But the fact is like, it's nice. It feels like I could relate. You know what I mean? And that's what scares me the most. Because when I'm playing Resident Evil 7, right? I don't know what Ethan looks like. I just know his name is Ethan.
Yeah.
And he could surprisingly heal well after getting his hand cupped off. But I always put myself in that position, right? And it feels like I was in that house, and that scared the living crap out of me.
Yeah.
So having other characters jump in, because the way I see it, the OG characters are experienced as hell. If I see Leon, I'm sticking next to you. But
Because even in the trailer, it's just like Chris, he just shows up and you're like, oh damn, he means business.
Yeah.
And like just even the way he shoots who is probably Mia is just like, yeah, like it'd be too easy if Chris was involved in the story as the protagonist or like helping Ethan out.
right.
So do you think that Chris is gonna be the bad guy?
That'd be a twist. If he was like the bad guy this whole time,
Yeah.
then that honestly I would be sad. but at the same time, that's like some,
Because there's new umbrella or blue umbrella.
blue umbrella. But but doesn't Chris work for that now?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I just think that it's. I don't want to see any of the heroes turn bad. That's me. I just don't want to see it. But if they do that, dude, that's some like M. Night Shyamalan type shit right there. Because that's a twist.
Yeah, for sure.
Would it be a good twist? It has to be reasonable.
Yeah, it has to be
It
reasonable.
has to be reasonable.
Yeah.
If it's not, then because like, can you agree that an ending could ruin a game?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I like Chris,
Yeah.
and this is my opinion. If they ruin Chris in this game, having him the bad guy with no plausible reason, right? With no reason, I might get a bit mad. I'm not a fan of that, to be honest. But again, that's just me.
Okay. And the last thing we should talk about Resident Evil, just because I don't want this to go on too long.
Yeah, of course, of course.
Do you feel like it's a good thing that we're going back to first person after the 2 remakes being in third person?
You know what? I think it's a good take.
Yeah.
It's a good take. Okay, so honestly, with the new Resident Evil, well, they did it with Resident Evil 7, right?
Mm-hmm.
And in my opinion, I thought that was weird at first.
Yeah.
Right? But there's obviously other people saying that's not that bad. It could be
Yeah.
immersive. It'd be cool. But to my surprising, it's one hell of a good game, and the scare factor is higher.
Mm-hmm.
And to be honest with you, them going back to first person, it still gives you the mysterious, like, who is Ethan? Right?
Yeah.
And it's like the scare factor to me, especially in first person, it's more personal.
Yeah, for
Like
sure.
it's visceral. Like you're there, you're experiencing it, especially like with headphones on.
Mm-hmm.
That increases the intensity. And for me, just like any Resident Evil fan, I want the scare factor back. Right?
For sure, yeah. Because for me, anyways, like playing through RE2, I wasn't that scared through it, and I think that has to do with like it being in third person.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. A third-person game could be so scary. Like
Definitely.
Resident Evil 2 remake, right?
Yeah.
When you first go into that police station,
Yeah.
into that, bruh, that freaked me out big time, dude. I was scared to move forward, knowing how dark it is.
Yeah.
Imagine that. Like, it depends on the individual, right? It's subjective.
For sure.
So, I do like the fact that they're going back to first person, especially with Ethan. It feels like this might be an ongoing thing, and it feels like Ethan might be the
Yeah.
the new protagonist for each one. I would like to. I like the one thing I wish for this game, to be honest, is if I want them to explain who Ethan is.
Yeah, because they didn't really talk about that
No.
at all in 7.
There's just
so.
some guy that works for Blue Umbrella. What was?
No, I don't think he works for. I forgot, dude. I just know that Mia worked for Umbrella. I'm pretty sure.
Right.
She was on the boat.
Mhm.
Yeah. All right, but yeah, let's end the Resident Evil talk right there.
Yes, we still got a lot more
We
topics.
could go on
man.
for hours on Resident Evil on its own.
All right.
All right, so another another game that stood out that was created by Shinji Mikami, creator of Resident Evil, is Ghostwire Tokyo.
Okay. How about this? How do you feel about that? Ghostwire Tokyo?
So coming off of the Evil Within games, I wasn't too big on the Evil Within games.
Mm-hmm.
Like, have you played them at all?
Yes, I played the first and the second one.
Yeah. So, like, I thought the gameplay was pretty good. Like, it was all right. In the first one, I wasn't a big fan of it.
Yeah.
In 2, they really stepped it up, especially with the bosses, dude. With that photography guy.
Yeah, dude.
That guy was insane.
Yeah.
So, I do think that they're gonna deliver something good, even though I wasn't too big on the Evil Within. It's just now it looks like they're doing something that they might be a little more comfortable with in a way. Like, yeah, it has the guy who created Resident Evil with it, but you can't compare everything to Resident Evil. And I feel like that's one of the downfalls of the Evil Within, is because
It's been compared, yes.
Yeah.
There was a lot of complaints with Evil Within.
Yeah.
It was a lot of complaints, right? But I think, obviously, with the second Evil Within 2, it shines over the first one.
for sure
Because obviously with the bosses, it's more open. It felt like an open world, if anything. Like
they
open
actually
linear.
did a story.
Yeah, they actually did a story. It makes sense.
Yeah.
You know what? It's funny. You played it, right? Evil Within 2 at least. You have? Okay.
Yeah.
So basically with the what is that called? Ghostwire Tokyo?
Yeah, Ghostwire Tokyo.
Okay. So with that game, to be honest with you, it seems like it's going to be very unique and interesting.
For sure.
You know, Cause like they did do the first person view with Evil Within 2. That was an option. That was like an update they added later on.
Yeah.
But overall, I'm actually quite excited. I've never really heard of this type of game before. I never. You basically within the trailer, right? And if I had to criticize it, right? And and just full disclosure, graphics isn't everything, but it is first expression, right? I will admit, when I first saw it, the trailer, it looked like an indie developer made
It
the
did.
game.
It did. Like,
I was confused. I was like, okay. And then when the title popped up with Ghostwire Tokyo, I'm just like, wait, this reminds me of something. And apparently it came out in, what is it again?
E3 2019.
Yeah.
Bethesda. Bethesda showed off at their event.
So far, the trailer kind of just shows supernatural ghosts. That's obviously in Japan folklore, right?
Yeah.
And you're playing this like hero dude.
No explanation on who he is.
Nothing. You're just this guy.
Does Naruto's hand signs.
Exactly. Like he shoots like literally like bolts of tiny balls at ghosts' faces.
Yeah.
But other than that, it looks like a pretty interesting and unique idea.
Yeah.
And this is gonna be a different game, like compared to games now, like Call of Duty, first-person shooters. This is different, and I'm actually quite excited.
It being in Tokyo, I'm wondering if they're gonna try to do an open world thing, because they tried doing that a little bit more with the Evil Within 2, but at the same time, with all the like smaller corridors in the like streets of Tokyo, it looks like it could be very linear. Yeah, we just have to wait for more details on this.
Right.
But it does look really interesting.
They didn't entirely show much.
Yeah,
they kind of just showed the gameplay.
Yeah.
And even then, it still looked like very vague.
Yeah, for sure.
But so essentially, it was just the gameplay. I mean, if that was the case, what do you think about the gameplay? How do you see this as a unique game? Because to me, it's unique.
I don't know if it looks too unique, because it kind of just reminds me of using magic in Skyrim.
Okay, good point.
Yeah,
good point.
It's like where it's unique is the art design, I would say.
Art design? Okay.
For me right now, yeah. So, what other games do you think stood out during that PS5 event?
Okay. The other game that stood out to me, honestly, is got to be Spider-Man Miles Morales.
All right, let's talk about that.
All right.
Because you played Spider-Man.
I played the first one.
2018. What do you think they're going to bring to this one? Because since it's going to be a standalone expansion, which I was kind of like, I thought it was going to be a sequel, but I can wait for a sequel. Because they're probably going to be using the same map and everything, a lot of the same mechanics. What do you think they're going to bring to the table that's new?
Okay, well, obviously, are you familiar with the Spider-Man lore?
Enough, yeah.
Okay, so you know who Miles Morales is, right?
Of course.
Are you aware with his powers?
Yeah.
Okay, so I think in terms of gameplay-wise, they're going to implement all that. They're going to implement invisibility.
Yeah, that's gonna be great for stealth. Yeah, that game's 2018 stealth was okay. It was doable. It was a lot funner being Spider-Man and doing stealth compared to Mary Jane and Miles. But if they have invisibility and you're still playing as Miles, that's definitely gonna be stealth missions there.
Oh yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm excited about that. Not only that, I'm also excited about like the shock. Because I could be wrong.
No, that was the first shot in the trailer was Miles using the electricity.
Yeah, the electricity.
Yeah.
He has those powers, right? He's supposed to be a stronger Spider-Man. Again, I could be wrong.
Yeah.
From the original, obviously.
Yeah.
They're gonna implement a lot of that, and obviously new suits, which they done in the 2018 version.
Yeah.
But like in the end of the day, right? I honestly, in terms of what they're gonna do new, I obviously just that in the story. Well, I don't see anything else that's new. The only thing that I find that's like weird, in my opinion, is that this is only for the PS5.
Yeah, that hasn't been confirmed. I feel like it might be cross-platform, or cross-generation.
Because if that was the case, then why is it called an expansion?
Yeah.
It shouldn't be an expansion. It should be its own game. So whether or not it'd be PS5 exclusive only, which I don't think it's going to be.
Right.
It's worthy of what a purchase, because in the Spider-Man 2018, dude, that was a great game. Like if you have you okay, let me give you a scenario.
Yeah.
When you were a kid, have you ever wanted to dress up in spandex and just be like, just pretend you're a hero or something like that?
Yeah. I dressed up as Spider-Man for Halloween once.
Dude,
Yeah.
Spider-Man, the PlayStation 4 version, dude, that, in my opinion, is one. And I played most of the Spider-Man games, the PlayStation 1. I even played Spider-Man 2 on the GameCube and the PS2.
Right.
And Spider-Man 1 for the PlayStation 2. But, like, other than that, this has got to be by far the most, like, the best Spider-Man game I've ever played.
By far.
And honestly, the only thing I'm actually very curious about is how they're going to implement the story. Because I do read the comics. Usually, and if anyone's ever watched Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, there could only be one Spider-Man. Right? So what does that mean to Peter Parker in the expansion pack?
Well, I don't think anything's gonna happen to Peter. I feel like they're just gonna be like, oh yeah, he's gonna go on vacation or something like that.
Actually,
so he's gonna be out of the story.
In one of the comics, right?
Yeah.
I forgot what issue this is, but this is when Doc Ock,
Superior Spider-Man.
Superior Spider-Man. Or no, it wasn't Superior Spider-Man. You know what? Basically, what I'm trying to say here is basically, there were times where there were two Spider-Mans, right? Yeah. Where Peter Parker has died, but one emerges, but it turns out to be a clone. But he has the exact same powers as Spider-Man.
Right.
But just like you said, he went on vacation. No, not vacation, but he settled down. And Miles Morales became the official Spider-Man. So I'm actually really curious in how they're going to do the new Spider-Man game.
Yeah, because I don't think they're going to do any, like, there can only be one Spider-Man thing. Because what I think they're going to do is Peter's going to go do something else. Like, because him and Mary Jane pretty much get back together.
He's finally in the Avengers.
Yeah. So yeah, Peter's gonna go do his own thing.
Yeah.
And then this is gonna be Miles' story, being Spider-Man while Peter's gone. And then this is gonna lead up to Spider-Man 2, where you get to play as both Miles and Peter.
Dude, that would be dope. I would love that. Honestly, I would love that, dude. I honestly can't wait. I can't wait. And it's funny because it feels like a full game when I first saw it. I'm like, they can't believe they're doing this.
It looks super full, yeah.
It's an expansion. But you know what? I'm still excited. It is what it is. And yeah, I mean, what do you think of it so far?
I'm excited. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that's going to come to PS4 as well. Just because it uses the same engine and all that. It's just, they just want to showcase it as the PS5.
Right.
Because that's what's coming out. Because Insomnia, I'm pretty sure it's Insomnia. Insomniac, yeah. Because they're also working on Ratchet and Clank, which that was just a tech demo, just showing off how fast load times are. So this is just like a B team working on this, I'm pretty sure.
Cool.
Yes, and then the last big game I should say is probably Horizon 2.
Woo. Okay. What do you think?
It looks really good. I like that there's going to be a lot more environments to explore.
Yep.
Like the desert or the beach anyways. Was there a desert? Desert was in the first game anyways. But yeah, there's going to be a lot more to do. There's going to be swimming, like diving, it looks like. I just feel like they should have changed up Aloy's design.
A little bit, yeah.
Because it looks exactly the same.
At least in terms of age, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm actually pretty... You played it, right? You played Horizon.
Yep. Didn't beat it, but I got pretty far into it.
Okay. Did you see any live animals? Like,
There were some live animals, remember? Because you have to, like, hunt
right. Yeah,
whatnot.
it's been a while. It's been a while.
Yeah, same.
But, like, honestly...
A lot more wildlife in this.
It's more... I don't want to say it's world-ending, because the first game was somewhat, like, world-ending as well. But this one seems more serious. Like, it's about to go down.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. I in my opinion, I'm excited for... I, too, am excited for the Horizon 2. Forbidden West.
Which I don't think they make good subtitles for these games. Horizon Zero Dawn. Like, yeah, it makes sense in the context of the game. Did you get to that part?
not yet.
Okay.
But you could go on ahead.
No, but yeah, it makes sense in the context of the game,
Right.
and I'm sure Forbidden West will too. It's just it sounds so
straightforward.
straightforward and generic in a way. Like,
Can you, with that context, can you imagine just playing the game and it's just revealed, you know why no one goes to the West? Because it's been forbidden.
dude, I'm pretty
Like,
I would be. Someone's gonna say that.
the Forbidden West.
Yeah.
But I'm honestly, I'm excited for it. I like the first game.
Mhm.
It felt like a Hunger Games, Katniss, of Monster Hunter.
It was a really good bow
Yeah.
mechanic.
It-
Like
it was
it
pretty
felt good using that bow.
Oh yeah, it
Yeah.
did for sure. But overall, I don't know. Tell me if you feel this way. But it felt like an expansion pack.
Yeah, a little bit in the same way, just because they didn't show too much. It was just
Yeah.
all cinematic, so we couldn't see any gameplay. But
That's true.
the designs that they did bring are interesting, aside from Aloy's, of course.
Yeah.
Like that elephant,
Yeah.
super dope looking.
I thought that was really cool.
That's gonna be the T-Rex of this game.
Yep.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't really have too much to say, just because they didn't really show off too much. But this is gonna be their big launch title, I feel like. So
Right.
I'm gonna be excited. Should probably play through the first game.
Same here.
Yeah, but yeah. And then I'm just gonna run through some of the other games that seem really interesting.
I actually got a question for you, but
Yeah.
because I want to talk about Demon Souls remake.
All right, yeah, let's talk about Demon
I
Souls.
really want to talk about Demon Souls. The reason why I asked this is because you're a fan, right?
I'm
You
a fan of the Soul series.
Okay, so what do you think about this Demon Souls remake? Have you played Demon Souls?
I played a little bit of Demon Souls.
Mhm.
That was actually my first Souls game, but I could not get into it
Really? Why is that?
because I was like 12.
Okay. Well, okay.
And I was just like, I don't understand this game. But then I did make it to the first boss, which is the Giant Knight. Have you played this game at all?
No,
Okay.
because I don't like playing hard games. Or at least when I was a kid back
Yeah.
then. Yeah.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
Like looking back at the original game, it is really janky
Mm-hmm.
looking, even compared to Dark Souls, which came out a couple years after that. But
Mhm.
it's gonna be really interesting because it's being made by Bluepoint.
Is this a different developer?
Bluepoint is really big on making like remasters and remakes,
Right.
like the Shadow of the Colossus
Right.
remake, and I'm gonna be really interested to see how they do the Dark Souls mechanic or Demon Souls mechanics. It's
Mhm.
basically the same thing as Dark Souls, because not a lot of developers understand it too well. But then since they are working on this with Japan Studio, which helped make it, like it wasn't fully just FromSoft
Right.
that made it, so they are getting a hand in it. I don't know if it's just a reskin with really nice graphics. I don't know if it's gonna be as exciting as the next FromSoft game,
Mm-hmm.
but it's gonna give a lot of people who never had a chance to play that game a chance to play it, and that's what's really important, I guess.
Would you say that with this new remake, right,
Mhm.
Demon Souls remake, do you think it's going to like increase its difficulty? Like, what changes are you expecting from this?
I don't think they're gonna change too much.
Yeah.
Bluepoint's really good at staying faithful. Like I
Mhm.
heard that there are some bugs in the Shadow of Colossus remakes,
Mhm.
but I'm pretty sure they're gonna stay pretty loyal to the way that things have been. So
Okay.
yeah,
So overall, you're pretty hyped about this.
yeah. Like even the graphics surpass Dark Souls like graphics, I would say.
Wait, was that CGI trailer, or was that
Um,
like some gameplay in it?
I'm pretty sure most of that was CG, but I think there was like a screenshot or something like that of
Okay. Cool. Cool.
like the intro part of the game.
That's cool.
But I'm not like we still have to see a lot more. So,
Right.
yeah.
Right.
All right. So yeah, I'm excited for that. Do you think you're gonna take a crack at it?
Oof. Okay. I had nightmares about this game. I'm not gonna lie.
Did you?
Yeah, I did. I played. Okay. I don't know if you did this when you were kids, but I had a group of friends, and we didn't really grow up in a good neighborhood, but
Right.
or we're not really that wealthy.
Yeah.
So what we do is that we have that one dude in the group that's like, guys, I got a game console.
Yeah.
Come to my house.
Yeah.
He only has one controller. But as a kid, I think this is to this very day actually. I still have fun, even though I don't physically play the game.
Mm-hmm.
Just witnessing someone play a game, the fact that I was there is hella fun to me.
Right.
So the reason why I got nightmares of this game is because the guy that I knew had huge rage issues.
Oh.
And he couldn't get through the intro of the game. And
Yeah.
that's like, I think he broke his controller, and then his mom had to go through, like, legit, like, had to stop and tell us to go home. And I'm just like, I think that, like, traumatized me for a bit. And I'm just like, I don't know if I could play this game. I think this might happen to me if I play this game.
But you played through some of the Souls games.
Yes, I have. I
Yeah.
have played some of the Souls games. I haven't played the first one. The second one, meh. Third, I finished. Wasn't incredibly hard. And this is from someone that doesn't regularly play Soul-like games, right?
Yeah.
It's a very hard game. But I'm not gonna deny the fact that it's a fun game. It is a hella fun game, right?
Mhm.
So yeah, I'm excited for Demon Souls remake, and just like you said, it's giving me an opportunity to actually finally play the game.
Yeah.
Because it came out for the PS3, right?
Yeah, PS3's like 2009.
Dude, that's a
I would say.
long time ago.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah.
Very excited.
Okay, and then yeah, the other games that look pretty cool. Like they're all indie games for the most part.
Mhm.
Oh, we didn't really talk about Deathloop, but yeah, Arcane Studios, people who made Dishonored.
Right.
Did you say you had some questions on it?
Actually, well, for one, I'm actually quite interested and hyped about this game.
Yeah?
To be honest with you, because like the reason why I'm really hyped is because I don't think it's ever been done yet. Because I think it's taking place in a single player mode
Yeah.
or narrative in a sense, and the whole premise is that you keep dying and then you respawn and then you just try to figure out ways to get through the level.
Yeah.
But there's this one assassin that's trying to kill you before you get to the next level, which I think that's pretty cool. That's not that bad. The question I have for this one, right, is that is this like an only multiplayer thing?
Yeah, because this concept kind of has been done before.
It has. What game is it?
Dark Souls. With invading spirits, but this is like a full game of just that.
Okay.
It looks like.
Good point.
And yeah, it looks really interesting because it's like PvP but also PvE in a way, and like it looks like there's a lot of similar abilities from Dishonored,
Mhm.
like the warping and whatnot.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be really interesting to see in a multiplayer game.
Oh yeah, big time.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm pretty excited for that. But it's not like up there. I feel
Right.
like it just looks interesting. If you get this game, I might get it, and maybe we'll play together.
Yeah, I'm down. I'm down.
Yeah.
It'll be aggravating, but yes, I'm down.
Yeah. All right, and then yeah, the other indie games, Little Devil Inside.
You know what? I honestly can't wait. I'm a huge fan of indie games because
I love indie games too.
dude, like it looks weird,
Yeah.
but at the same time, it looks like okay. It looks playable and it looks cute at the same time.
Yeah. But it also looks like it has some interesting fighting, if
Mhm.
that was gameplay. It's a really weird game to judge right now because
It's very vague.
it's very
It's
vague.
very
And there's
vague.
like two different
Characters.
and gameplay styles
Yeah.
that are going on. So that game looks really interesting. Another game that I thought looked really interesting was Kenna. It was the one with those little spirit things.
Yes.
Yeah, that art style is just like is really nice. It looks like you're playing like an animated film or something.
Yeah,
like
it
that.
does, man. I'm quite excited too because it looks like I don't know. It gives me that. It just gives me an anime vibe. Though,
It gives
to
me
be honest.
like mad anime vibes.
But
Yeah.
overall, it looks pretty interesting. I love the cute. I don't know what they are,
Right.
but they're like companions.
Yeah.
They're these black fluff balls
Right.
that hang around you, which I thought was really cute.
The combat kind of reminds me of Breath of the Wild actually,
Oh yeah,
because like you could use the staff as a bow, but you could
Mhm.
also do like actual combat.
cool.
So little vibe from there.
Mm-hmm.
And then Returnal, which it's a roguelike third-person shooter,
Yeah, it is.
which it looks like the way they're doing it is different from other roguelikes,
Mhm.
which it's like, hey, this is part of the story. Like,
Right.
everything you're doing is happening for a reason, so it's okay to die. The enemy designs look like they don't really belong with the character design, but I'm sure they'll make it work.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lastly, it's not an indie game. We kind of just skipped past it, but Project Athia or Athia, I don't know how to say it. Square Enix game looks very Final Fantasy 15 from a lot of the people that worked on that game.
Hell yeah.
Like that cloth just looks straight up from Final Fantasy 15.
Mm-hmm.
Looks really interesting. I don't know where they're going with that. I don't know what the gameplay is going to be like.
I think that's part of what makes it interesting. That knowing that it's knowing the fact that you're entering the unknown.
Yeah.
And honestly, when I saw it, I was really confused until I saw, the first thing that stand out to me was the graphics.
Yep,
when she was jumping, wait a minute, what is this? But so far, it just looks like, to me right now, it's very big.
Mm-hmm.
It's it's obviously showing off the graphics.
Yeah.
But other than that, it looked very interesting, and I wouldn't mind playing it so far.
Do you think it could be Final Fantasy 16?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I mean, it's got to be its own thing.
Yeah.
It has to be its own thing. I mean, if it were, granted, I know they're gonna have similar gameplays.
Yeah.
But in the end of the day, if it were that alike, I guess the only thing you're gonna be hanging on to is that the story.
Yeah. And then let's talk about some games that weren't announced at the PlayStation Showcase.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot if this was or not. I just kind of put it down because it looks really interesting. It was In Sound Mind, which is that kind of creepy Silent Hill looking game from the guys that made Nightmare House 2.
You know what? I played Nightmare House 2.
Yeah.
And if it's anything like that, because Nightmare House 2, I know, granted, it's a mod, but dude, that was a good game. I loved the game. I did a playthrough on it. But it's one of those, it's a pretty good game. It's legit, right? Granted, it relied on the Half-Life 2 engine, but it is what it is. But in this game, to be honest with you, based on what I seen in the trailer, it was actually not that bad. It looked wonky, to be honest, but it's an indie developer. What can you expect?
Right. And it's just cool seeing guys that made a mod making their own full-on game.
Right.
So there's a lot of even though it's just a mod, there's a lot to live up to, but it looks like they're gonna deliver.
Right.
And then the other game I wanted to talk about was Scarlet Nexus.
You know what? It was funny because today when I came by, he just showed it to me, right? What did you say it was? It was very anime-like.
Very anime.
And I'm like, well, let's give it a shot. What's the title? Bandai Namco. Bandai Namco. Yeah. And I'm like, yeah, it's gonna be anime.
Yeah.
And honestly, granted, the gameplay looks amazing. When he teleport left and right, especially with the mixture of telekinesis, it looks solid. To be honest with you, but I don't like the voice acting.
Yeah, it's what it is. But man, I'm there for the combat.
Yeah, same here.
I don't even think the story looks that interesting. The monster designs look pretty great with the flowers.
It looks freaky.
Yeah,
but dude, that's what's up.
Yeah, I think that's all the games that we really want to talk about. I don't know if there's any other that you really wanted to hit on, but yeah.
I think we hit all the notes.
All right. So, let's go back to talking about the system. There have been a lot of things that weren't answered in the event.
Right.
One of them was backwards compatibility.
Ooh, okay. I want to hear your opinion on that first, to be honest.
All right. So, these are the bets. Don't look at it yet. I do think that there is going to be backwards compatibility. It's not going to be, because they kind of said that it will exist,
right,
for PS4 games. It's not going to be like PS3, PS2, and PS1 like some people speculated way early on.
I think that's too much though. Yeah,
that is too much, especially just because PlayStation has a little longer of a catalog, but Xbox Series X is compatible with pretty much all Xbox One games as far as I know, and Xbox One already is backwards compatible, so you could play 360 games on a Series X.
Okay, well, here's the thing. I think that's too much. Think about it, right? Like PlayStation 1, I think was the pinnacle, or I wouldn't say the pinnacle, but like gaming was like a lot, and there's a lot of games, right?
Yeah.
I don't expect Sony to authorize backward compatible, but that's like a lot of things to do, right? And granted, we're not engineers in gaming whatsoever, so take this with a grain of salt. But in my opinion, I think it's a bit too much.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's a bit too much to do that. I'm actually quite glad that if it's true, if they do have backwards compatibility with the PS4, I think that's good enough.
Yeah.
I honestly think that's good.
I think that's good enough too, because I don't even have my PS3 games anymore. Do you think this will help you decide on if you were to get the digital or the disc version?
Here's the thing with the digital and the disc. I think the disc is great, but nowadays games, right? Even though you have the disc, you still need to still need to download them, right?
Do you have any PS4 discs, like for games?
Yeah, I do. I mean, okay, because like I consider myself a gamer. I like owning physical copies, right? Like right now, I'm sitting in Jackie's room in which we are doing this, and he has a deluxe edition Yakuza 6, right?
Yeah, Yakuza 6.
The box, it doesn't even look open yet.
It's open. Yeah,
So,
I have like all the like premium versions of each of those releases.
see, as a gamer, I think that's cool.
Yeah.
Right? But, you know, nowadays, I'm talking about as an individual. This is subjective, by the way. I don't see myself owning any of the physical copies anymore, right?
Yeah.
But that begs the question, how much space is in the PS4? Or PS5, my bad.
Yeah, okay.
PS5.
Okay, well, yeah, since you do have PS4 disc, like for backwards compatibility reasons, that word gets hard to say after a while.
No, I get it.
Like, would you consider getting it, the disc version, specifically for backwards compatibility at all?
Hell yeah.
You would?
Yeah. Wait, is that how they're doing it?
That's how I'm assuming it, because, like, you have disc. How are you going to convert that into digital, you know?
Okay.
Yeah.
I understand now. Okay. Again, all speculation.
Yeah.
In my opinion, honestly, if that were the case, I don't know, actually. I don't know how to feel about that.
Yeah, right?
I don't know how to feel about that. I think it would be cool, because, like, I think for the Xbox...
Series X? Or
I think it's the 360.
360, yeah.
If you're going to get an Xbox One game, you could just... Okay, again, I could be wrong. I don't remember. I think you could easily play Xbox One games, but it's certain games only. You could do that digitally, too.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming with the digital PS5, right?
Yeah.
It shouldn't be an issue.
Right.
You just have to buy it again.
Yeah, I'm just not too familiar with that because I haven't owned an Xbox since like the original 360. So it's been a minute. I'm not too familiar with how they do things.
Yeah, I get it. It's all good.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. Still wouldn't get the disc version just because even though I would be buying a PS5, I still have my PS4. I don't think I'm gonna be trading that in. So
that's a good one, right?
Yeah.
There. Most people have the original consoles, right?
Yeah.
Oh, not most. You know what I mean? Right?
Yeah, it's convenient to have just like an all-in-one system, but again, that SSD.
Right. Okay. You know what? We should go into the specs, right?
Okay.
Okay. So right now we're looking at the specs for the PS5 versus Xbox Series X, right? This is...
Yeah, I don't know if this is confirmed for the PS5.
By the way, the source we're using is tomsguide.com.
Yeah. Yeah, since we're talking about storage anyways, we might as well start with that.
Just go for it.
So, the PS5 is going to have a 825 gigabyte
wait a minute.
SSD.
That's PlayStation 5 for storage.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think. I don't know. I'll hear this. But yeah. So PS5, 825 gigabyte custom SSD, which, like, what do you think about that?
It's alright.
Yeah.
Okay, the reason why I say that is because most games now, like, they are huge.
Yeah.
Like Grand Theft Auto, right? Grand Theft Auto, what's the new one? 5?
5.
Dude, it's like, what, 56 gigabytes?
And that's going to be on PS5 too.
Like, I'm just saying that most games, right, are going to be high. So sooner or later, you're going to... I mean, most people don't mind deleting, you know, like uninstalling stuff like that. But It's alright. It would be nice if it was 1 TB.
Yeah, at the very least, because 1 TB standard now. Like even the PS5, even though it's a hard drive, like not a solid state.
What's even worse is that the Xbox Series X is 1 TB.
Yeah.
Custom SSD. They're
Yeah.
both SSDs.
Yeah, the PS5s is like Sony made, like custom.
Yeah.
So like we're gonna see how well, like how fast or how different that is, I guess. We don't know how big of a difference yet, but with that Ratchet and Clank trailer, if that's how load times are, it's pretty crazy.
Right.
But yeah, compared to the Xbox,
Mhm.
that could be 2 big games. That could be like 20 small games right there.
Mm-hmm.
Like difference of 175-ish gigs.
Here's a good example. My
Yeah.
PS4 right now is currently 500 gigabytes. I
Yeah.
installed I think 6 games, but I have a bunch more games.
Yeah.
So it's just a matter of preference. So whether you're gonna get a digital or the disc, if it's true about the backwards compatibility and you
Mhm.
want to play older games, then yeah, I think you should just go for the disc, right?
Yeah.
It's up to you. Well, obviously it depends on the price. But
And the other thing about disc is, for PS4, even though you have a disc, it still takes up that much space.
yeah,
You think it's gonna do that for PS5?
I really hope not.
Yeah, because that's a pain in the ass.
Like-
Like that's the reason why I kind of stopped getting discs. Like I love collecting discs. Too.
Like I said, it's very subjective.
It really
Me
is.
personally, and this may sound very stupid to a lot of PC gaming enthusiasts, it's actually it's pretty stupid. But realistically, that's one of the main reasons why I upgraded it to 10 terabyte. I'm tired of uninstalling games and waiting for installing.
Very true.
But again, I know a lot of people that just like I don't mind 1 terabyte. It's cheaper. I just uninstall and install. But overall, so far the Xbox got the upper hand here.
And the thing about Sony's being custom, like made by them, is like it's gonna be harder to get more storage if you need it. Like
Right.
I don't know if you're gonna be able to use an external hard drive because that came kind of late in the PS4's lifespan too.
I was gonna say, how did that work? I didn't upgrade in my thing,
Yeah.
but I heard you could upgrade your PS4 not GPU, your memory.
Yeah, you could do that. The storage. Yeah.
Did it come with a price, or is that something that
What do you mean?
how does upgrading it work? Do you send it to Sony? Do you send it to
For the hard drive itself,
yeah?
you could just pop it out.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay. It's probably gonna be the same thing for the Sony then.
But then for Sony's, it's a custom SSD. Like they manufactured it. It's
Oh.
exclusive to them. Like they have the rights towards the design. So if you want to upgrade your storage, it's gonna be either really pricey or not existent for a while.
You know what? It is what it is. Basically, the reason why I say that is because I think 825 compared to 1 terabyte. 825, it seems fine.
Yeah.
I guess you could say for the casual gamer. But I'm just kidding. But other than that, I think it's substantial. I mean, it's just one of those things where you do have to delete games delete and install on and off
Yeah.
every time you want to play a new game.
Right.
But so far, I don't know why they went for the 825 gigabyte custom SSD, while Xbox Series X went for 1 terabyte SSD.
It's all about price, I'm guessing.
Possibly that or the size. Well, then again, we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
All right. So, what else stands out from this or about the specs for you?
Believe it or not, it's actually kind of everything.
Everything does stand out just because it's such a big jump from the previous.
The reason
generation,
why
for
I
sure.
say this, right, is
Yeah.
because it just seems like Xbox has the upper hand in terms
Yeah.
of graphics or how it's run. Because let's for example, let's look at the CPU for the PlayStation 5. It's an 8-core, 3.5 gigahertz AMD Zen 2, right? While the Xbox Series X is an 8-core, 3.8 gigahertz AMD Zen 2, which is faster.
Like personally, I'm not too familiar with gigahertz,
Right.
but how big of a difference is that?
It's not that big of a difference actually,
Yeah.
but like the fact that it's still better,
Yeah.
it's like damn. But yes, actually keep that in mind.
Mhm.
It's not. The differences are not that big, but in my opinion, right? I always thought Sony would be up in the the technical department,
Yeah, yeah.
or at least it would be more advanced. I thought they would be more better,
Mhm.
but again, I could be wrong.
Right.
It just looks like the Xbox Series X seems to be the winner in terms of specs. But they both offer up to 8K and up to 120 FPS. So I think that's a big deal. And at that point, it shouldn't even matter in terms of specs. But yeah.
And the thing that pops out for me is the RAM of the new systems, because they're 16 gigs.
Yeah.
For context, the PS4 Pro was only 8 gigs.
That's not bad.
Yeah, but then it's just like the fact that they're
It went from 16 to 8.
yeah from 8 to 16. That's pretty nice. For the Xbox One X,
Mm-hmm.
it was 12, so it's like that was still pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and 16 is just like being standard for like RAM at this
I
point.
guess I'm in terms of like how I think. I guess I'm wrong in terms of like I always thought the Sony would be up and at it with the technology.
Yeah.
I guess Microsoft is at it, but
Microsoft
even
is
then,
Microsoft.
like regardless of what I say, it
Yeah.
shouldn't really matter.
It's not really gonna affect
Yeah,
that
it's
much
not-
of gameplay.
No, not even
Yeah.
close. Like I mean, you could play up to 8K, 8K
8K.
resolution in a frame rate of 120 FPS. Some computers can't do that.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah.
Anything else on the specs?
That's pretty much it.
All right, let's do the bets. Yeah, because I have a list of bets that you're not sure or you don't know what they all are yet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the first bet, the answer that everyone's wondering, how much will the PS5 cost?
Okay. How much was the PS4?
PS4 was $399.
I'm gonna make a big leap here. It's honestly probably gonna be like either $499 or straight up just $600.
Pick one.
600.
600.
Yeah.
Okay. 600. I went with $499.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, snap.
Don't look at all that. Those are my bets.
Cool.
All right. Will there be a price difference between the two versions? The
No.
disk drive and
Oh wait.
the disk drive and the digital versions. Do you think there's going to be a
Yeah,
price
of course
difference? What will the price difference be then?
For the disc itself should be, what did I say, $600?
Yeah,
It should be like $100 less probably.
$100 less for
Either $100 or $50 less. So 600 to maybe $550.
You said that was for the disc version or the digital version?
The digital version should be like $50 off.
Digital.
Yeah, $50 off. So like $550, while
Okay.
the new one should be like,
Okay.
yeah.
My answer was no, because the digital will have more storage.
I'm willing to fight this on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm willing to fight that on until it comes out.
All right. So you think that the digital and disc versions will have the same storage?
Man, you're throwing curveballs, bro.
Yeah, bro.
That's interesting. Okay, would there be a difference? Okay. Cause I didn't think this through. You got a point though, cause like think about it, right? Like you if it's gonna be digital, it has to have more, right? Granted, we looked at the specs,
Yeah.
but that's obviously like I'm assuming it's just assumptions or what they got essentially now.
Yeah.
But when they release it, right? Yeah, it has to. I mean, come on, 820.
Mhm.
It has to be more.
Yeah.
I mean, actually, I'm inclined to actually agree with you on this one.
Yeah.
I can't. If what you say is true, then yeah, it would cost more than its counterpart.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I believe.
Are you changing your bet then?
I am changing my bet.
So
yes.
so you're gonna agree
Yes.
with me on that?
Yes, I
Okay.
agree with you with that one because I did not expect that. I'm like, damn, you got me there. I've been bamboozled. I feel stupid.
Okay. So in that case, how much of a difference do you think is the storage gonna be?
I'm still difference of storage.
Yeah, in storage.
Believe it or not, it's only what 829,
Mhm.
825, somewhere around there.
825, yeah.
825. Dude, 1 terabyte makes a huge difference.
1 terabyte?
Yeah, I'm gonna go for 1 terabyte.
Man, I am a high baller because I'm going 2 terabytes.
Too much. I don't think so.
I know. It's totally too much, but I'm just like, the disk drive versus another terabyte. I don't know my prices on disk drives. Alright. Who will reveal their console prices first? Xbox or PlayStation?
I think Xbox.
Yeah?
Yeah. The reason why I say that is because they released it first. Or not. They revealed it first. So I'm assuming they're gonna probably reveal it the same way.
I also said Xbox.
Yeah.
What do you think is the release date for the PS5?
I could have swore it said holiday.
What is holiday considered?
December.
December?
Yeah.
Okay.
I say December.
Because a lot of people, when they say holiday, they actually mean like November. Because like Thanksgiving sometimes.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. But I still say December.
Okay.
Yeah. Did it say 2021?
No, 2020.
Okay, it's probably gonna be December.
Alright, did you want to pick a specific date?
When's Christmas?
25th.
25th?
Yeah.
Probably on the 15th.
15th?
Yeah.
Okay. So December 15th.
Yes, sir.
I said November 13th. And again, like, this is kind of unfair because I did do my research.
Yeah, this is totally unfair.
Yeah, I know.
Just for the record. Just the record, yeah.
Because the PS5 launch date was November 15th, 2013. And then the Xbox One was a week right after that. Yeah. The next question was what is the Series X release date?
It'll probably be a week afterwards, most likely. Yeah. Wait, for the Xbox?
Yeah, for the Xbox.
I did say it was gonna be released earlier.
No, that was who will reveal the prices first.
Oh, okay, yeah. Then I stand by that. A week after.
Okay.
Yeah.
Will it be PSVR compatible at launch?
No. I don't think so.
Why do you say that?
It has to be different. I remember you stated that it was
Yeah.
gonna be different.
Like they're gonna have to make a new headset?
Yeah. I don't think maybe the controllers, but not the headset. I don't think so. But then again, it's only a connection. You know what? I take that back. Yes, it is.
Yes? Okay.
Yeah, I take that back.
I actually did say no. But now that I'm thinking about it, it might be a yes, just because backwards compatibility.
Right.
But it's too late now. I already said no.
Damn, man, his word. Cool.
Alright. And then I kind of touched on this earlier, but will backwards compatibility only be for the PS4?
No.
No?
No.
So you think it's gonna be PS3 and 2?
Yes.
Okay.
No.
I said yes. I can't imagine non-digital games being compatible. I don't remember why I put that note there.
Right.
Alright. Will the white panels on the PS5 be removable / customizable?
I hope so.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like you could switch them out for
Wait.
other plates.
Yeah, but it has function, right?
I have no idea.
Yeah, we tried looking this up, by the way. We only got intrigued by the haptic feedback. In terms of the paddles, if it is functional, I don't think so. But if it is, then wait, no, I take it back. If it is functional, then I don't think it's possible.
Yeah.
But if it isn't, then yeah, I don't see why not. There's always been modded controllers, so.
Oh, this is just the PS5
Oh, just like a
itself.
Sony? Okay.
Yeah, like the
I still stand by that.
the coat
actually.
collars, you know.
I still stand by that.
Okay. Will the console light change like the controller lights do?
Yes,
Yeah?
it has to be.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I also said yes.
I mean, the PS4 does it. I mean,
Yeah, but the PS4 strictly stays blue. Whereas, you know, the DualShock 4 controller, like it changes colors.
yeah.
Yeah, do you think it's going to change colors like that?
Yeah, I still think so.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah, I still think so.
Will the Series X also release with a second console, like how the PS5 is?
No, that's too soon.
I also said no.
I don't think so. There's no way. Come on now. That's too soon.
Alright, and last question. This is going to be a waiting one. This is going to be the longest bet. How long do you think until we get an upgraded version of these consoles? Because you know it's inevitable.
Yeah, they always are the PS. Like, I mean, okay, like the fucking Slim.
The Slim, the Pros.
Okay. In my opinion, how long?
Yeah.
I honestly think it might take a year.
1 year?
Yeah.
I think 1 year's too soon.
Really?
I said 2 years.
I think a year.
Because I think within that first year, they're still trying to get people on board with the new console generation.
Mm-hmm.
So it's gonna take a while for them to get that like base.
The reason why I said that is because of the opposite, actually.
Oh, really?
The reason why I said that is because, I mean, it's the 9th gen. I mean, everyone plays video games now.
Yeah.
I think it's hype. So people are obviously going to get it.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, with all that money racking up, I think, you know, these companies are going to be like, you know what? Let's do it.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's capitalize on these people's money.
Okay. Okay.
So, yeah, I think...
I'll take that.
Yeah.
All right, and then I think that's all for bets then.
Mm-hmm.
Not too many, but I feel like a good bunch of these kind of made you think a little more on the systems.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just to finish it off, what is our hype level at?
Can you answer first? Because, like, I am hyped, to be honest with you. I'm really hyped.
Yeah.
But, like, what's the scale? 1 to 10?
Yeah, we could do 1 through 10.
1 through 10? All right, I'm probably, like, at a 7.
I'm at a 6.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I did not expect that. Why
Yeah.
are you at a 6? I honestly thought you would be at least a 9 or an 8.
Because they haven't really shown anything that's revolutionary.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, they did show a lot of games that were, like, really good looking.
Mm-hmm.
But also, a lot of these games are on current consoles.
Mm-hmm.
They're just going to be, like, cross-gen.
Right.
But, yeah, there's not really anything that's making me go, like, yo, I need to get this. So, I feel like I should be able to wait a year or two when they make those new consoles.
Right.
Because, like, again, we game on PC for the most part. Like,
Yes.
the only reason why I am excited for the next gen is just for exclusives. Like, real talk.
Yeah, of course.
So, I'm not seeing anything that's changing my mind on, like, raising the hype level. But the thing I'm most excited for is easily Spider-Man Miles Morales. Just because I love that game. You surprised?
Yeah, I'm a bit surprised. Yeah. Okay.
Like I'm excited for Resident Evil 2 or 8 actually, not 2. But I can wait for that. I can also wait for Spider-Man. The thing is I can wait for all of these games. So
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, I understand the question now.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically the question is would you like what was the question again?
what's
hype
your
level?
Yeah, hype level.
Okay. So you could wait for these games.
Well, the thing about Resident Evil is it's also going to be probably coming to PC.
You know what? You got a point, man.
Yeah.
Granted, they did reveal it
Yeah.
in the PS. Oh, what if it is exclusive? No, there's no way. I don't think so.
There's no way.
I don't think so.
There's no way.
But what if it's a time exclusive?
I can wait.
Yeah, I could wait.
I've waited longer. I'm still waiting for Final Fantasy VII to come on PC. So
It's gonna happen. It's
Yeah.
gonna happen.
So yeah.
I'm really surprised by that, to be honest with you. I thought you would be a higher level that compared to a 5 or a 6.
A 6, yeah.
I thought you would be at least an 8 or a 9.
Like I'm excited. I'm not that excited.
Okay, what did I say? I was
You
a
said a
7?
7, yeah.
Okay. The reason why I said a 7, but you know what? I'm about to bring it down actually, because you got a point.
Yeah.
It's probably like a 5 now.
Yeah.
Okay, the reason why I say that, right?
Mhm.
Okay, the main hype recently is because of Resident Evil Village.
And I know we're talking about Resident Evil a lot. We just really love the franchise.
I love.
So
yes.
sorry if we sound like we're sucking Resident Evil dick.
It's okay. It's okay. I still think. I agree though. Yeah, like it's one of our. We both could agree. It's one of our favorite games. One of the best games.
One of our favorite franchises.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
But it's just one of those things where, yeah, you're right. It's probably gonna come out for the PC. It's
Yeah.
funny. I don't know why I thought it was gonna make exclusive. But you know what? Just bringing it down to a 5. I know this might bring back to the games, but these are all. They're not all exclusives. Yes.
They're not all. I think the only 2 exclusives are Spider-Man and Horizon. Maybe Demon Souls.
What about Kenna?
Kenna, I'm not sure about.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just take that in note. We're not entirely sure, but obviously
Yeah.
Spider-Man Miles Morales is going to be a PS4 exclusive.
Yeah.
Um,
PS4, PS5.
to be honest with you, the only games that I'm looking forward to in terms of the reason why I'm a high level, because to me 5 is still high, right?
5 is still high.
Still high.
You're failing in school, but
Yeah, like I'm disappointed, but like it's one of those things where I'm hyped for Spider-Man Miles Morales because I played the 2018 games and it resonates with me too because I played the PlayStation 1. I forgot what that it's a Spider-Man game on the PlayStation 1, right?
I think it's just called Spider-Man.
Yeah. And it's so I've been playing Spider-Man games on the PlayStation for sure.
Yeah.
But so yeah, I'm excited for Spider-Man Miles Morales, right? Granted, it may be an expansion pack that I could probably get on the PS4.
Yeah.
If it is on the PS4. I'm also excited for Horizon 2. And I know that's going to be a PS4 or PS5 exclusive. Granted,
Yeah, for sure.
Horizon is coming to the PC.
That's true. We'll see if part 2 is coming to PC. I forgot about that.
Right. So, like, it's a matter of just, like, I don't know, man. I mean, it's a 5. I'm not that excited. I could say, if that's the case, I'm excited for Kenna.
Kenna?
Kenna?
I don't know.
But yeah, most of these games are probably not, like, exclusive to the PS4, except for the Spider-Man. But we shall see when it finally comes out.
Right.
But so far, it's a 5.
All right. So that being said, would you buy the system day one?
No, I wouldn't.
I would not either.
I would not buy it day
Alright.
one. I'm PC Master Race all the way.
Until proven otherwise.
Yes.
All right.
I mean, it's been. Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that would be a good spot to end this. you
Yes.
know? It's just us talking about the next generation.
By the way, I'm sorry,
No,
but we
go for it.
apologize if we just rambled on.
Yeah. Especially
but-
about Resident Evil. Like,
Yeah, we just love the game.
Yeah.
We really love the game, and plus, this is basically our legit reactions.
Yeah.
Our how we feel or our opinions about what transpired
Yeah.
in the PS4 or
It
PS5.
might not be live, but it kind of like we had time to think about everything that we needed to think about.
Yes.
This is just a pilot of our podcast.
Yes.
This isn't the structure that we're going for in the future.
Yeah.
In the future, we're looking to do more discussions, more conversations, more debates, just about like our views on video games, what we think about things that are going on. But we just wanted to talk about the PlayStation 5. Not every day that we get a new generation.
Especially what's going on now.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is
So,
good.
Thank you for listening. If you listen to all of this, we still have a lot to learn, but
Yes.
we're having
And
fun.
If you did listen to all this, you are a warrior. I hope you know that.
And join us next time where we actually talk about things and you guys could get to know us a little more.
Totally. All right, so this is Mac.
And this is Jackie. And thank you for listening, everyone.